All righty. Hey, Tyler.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Good to see you. You can't see me, but I
No.
can. All righty. So just how's the transition been from Western to here, and you're at the end of this spring practice. Just how do you evaluate how you've held up so far?
I think I've come in and I've done a pretty good job of, you know, learning the offense and applying it and being able to, be successful in my blocks and be physical and get enough push up front. There's still some things that I'm still trying to, get a grasp on. Um, a lot of it, most of it carried over from my time at Western Kentucky, but there are still some things that where, it's like the fine details of it that I need to get down.
So is a lot of the offense the same that you remember from Western?
Relatively. Just different terms, different, um, just different little details. Western ran it one way, Purdue runs it another way, just slightly different. So it's just about, getting out of the familiarity that I had at Western and, applying what I know and these fine details to Purdue.
Now, was Dale Williams your coach at Western?
Yeah, he was my freshman year, my true freshman year.
Does his voice sound the same, and does he yell the same?
Yes, he does. It's very funny. It's kind of nostalgic in a way. Um, During my time at WKU, me and my one of my friends, he came up with me in the program, and he also was coached by Coach Williams, and we never forgot anything. The way they acted in meetings, the way that he coached us. So it's really cool to see it again as an older guy.
Kind of a comforting voice that you hear every day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if comforting's a word, but still, it works that way. Just being able to work with different guys. I mean, what kind of challenge is that for a new guy to come in and just, offensive line is all about cohesion and working together and working as one. Just kind of talk about that process of trying to fit in with a new group.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this group of guys they've been so accepting of me since I've come in. There's not been one person who's, been ill towards me or, turn the other cheek. If I had a question, everyone is willing to help. They're all, they're willing to have the competition, and they're glad that I'm in the room. They're happy to have me there to, share my knowledge with them, because I do have a lot of playing experience. And, they're happy for me to share that with them as well.
I mean, do you feel like, you practice whatever it is, 13, 14, but do you feel like there is a bit of a cohesion going on? Do you feel like you guys have come together in some regard?
Yeah, for sure. The biggest thing for me was once I came in, we were in winter workouts. And so that it's different once you put the pads on. You're able to go out there and go against a live defense and have those situations. That's when you really start building those bonds as an offensive line. And I think throughout these 13 practices that we've taken good steps, and we've become more vocal. We've been more physical. I think it's really clear to see that we're going to be a tight knit group going forward, and it's exciting.
The one thing we've heard about this offensive line is there's a really an emphasis on playing more physical and playing with a nasty attitude. Are you seeing that develop, and where do you think that is at this stage?
Oh, for sure. I think it's apparent in meetings sometimes, and we obviously have our days where we don't really execute that very well. But coming in and from day one to day 13, or practice 1 to practice 13, I think that there has been a lot of improvement in just being able to take the coaching from Coach Callaway and Coach Williams. I think it's been able to drive us in the right direction. And not to say that we don't have a ways to go, but I think as we're closing out spring ball, I think when we look back on the body of work, I think we'll see that we've taken some big strides in the run game.
Any of the young offensive linemen kind of caught your eye, and whether it be in practice or as you're watching film?
No, definitely Gus Hartwig. Talk about a kid. He just basically got here too, and to just have some starting experience from last season. And I've been able to ask him questions while I'm out there, and he has the answers, and that's not typically something you see. So, I think that's been really really good as he comes into his role as a center.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, Tom Dienhart.
Hello, Tyler. Thanks for your time, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Joliet Catholic High School. I mean, it had to be a dream for you to play in the Big Ten. Just talk about what it means for you to get a chance to actually play Big Ten football, being a Chicago area Midwest guy.
Man, I'll tell you, when I was coming up in high school, every weekend I was glued to the TV, watched Big Ten football with my dad every Saturday, and it was a goal that I had, for a really long time. And coming out of high school and going to Western Kentucky, I didn't meet my goal, but I ended up in a good spot because I was able to do a lot of good things there. But I mean, this is just a great opportunity. I've told my parents sometimes, I feel like I'm living a dream. It's so surreal to be here, to be a part of it, and to even be a contributor. To be running with the first team offense. I think, if you asked me that as a senior in high school, that I would be doing this, I don't know if I could tell you that.
Did you get any offers or any good looks at all from Big Ten schools coming out of Joliet Catholic?
No, I didn't. I had, I think I had a preferred walk-on opportunity at University of Michigan, but other than that, I don't. They passed on me because of my size, and that's just how it went.
What was the knock on you? Your lack of height or what?
Yeah, I think it was my lack of height. I played left tackle in high school, and I'm 6'2". It's just not realistic to, I guess, recruit that. But I think I make up for that now with the massive amount of game experience I have. I mean, 42 starts past 4 years. I think that speaks for itself.
Everybody I talked to, Tyler, says you may be the strongest guy on the team. You just talk about your strength and how that's developed and what edge that gives you.
I mean, man, I've been the weightlifting program that I had in high school definitely set me up for success coming out. It's Rudy's gym. It's ran by Francis Rudiger, the brother of Rudy Rudiger from the movie Rudy. But he's done a great job getting me strong, and my strength program at Western Kentucky was great too. Just to continue developing my strength, and I've had good strength coaches that were able to point out the areas where I might be lacking, and okay, well let's attack that in this off season. And we were able to. So I mean, yeah, it definitely helps a lot. I think especially with being a shorter guy than most. I think my physicality gives me an edge that taller people don't necessarily have.
Hey, before transferring or picking Purdue, I know Jeff Brom recruited you 2016. Did you talk to Ben Holt or Dennis Edwards or any guy who already made that move from Bowling Green to West Lafayette?
I mean, I've been good friends with Ben Holt and Dennis. I had the opportunity to play with Dennis my redshirt freshman year next to him. He was playing center at the time. But yeah, I mean, during my recruiting process, I asked them how it went for them, and if they enjoyed the change and if it made them better football players, and they have had nothing but great things to say about it. Yeah, but two great examples of guys from transferring from Western Kentucky to Purdue and having great success.
Yeah. Lastly, it sounds like your role has been at right guard. I mean, is that where you sort of see yourself settling in there with probably a real good chance to start, I think? Yeah,
I mean, I think, I haven't really rotated at all. I've been, every practice I've been playing right guard. So I think for sure that's where they see me playing and where I have the best chance to, be a part of this team and, contribute.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, Brendan.
Hello, Brendan Gorham, Purdue exponent. So what exactly made you decide to transfer from Western Kentucky, and then what made you choose Purdue?
Oh, well, I think the main driving force for me was, having this COVID year. We got that extra year of eligibility. it wasn't that I didn't like Western Kentucky, because I really enjoyed my time. But a lot of my friends that I came up with had decided that, you know, they were done playing, and either one of my close friends is, you know, declared for the draft. He's been training. My other friend, he went back home, and, you know, now he's studying nursing. So, you know, it was just that, you know, as an older guy, I kind of felt that I would be there alone. And, you know, if I was going to be there alone, I might as well, you know, see what else was out there. But the reason I came to Purdue is for sure, you know, my familiarity with everyone in the building. You know, as soon as I walked in, I knew half the staff because, you know, their previous time at Western Kentucky. And, you know, especially during the COVID period where, you know, I couldn't make any visits. So it was all, you know, just talking to coaches on the phone, and, you know, to already know Coach Brom and Coach Williams and Coach Calloway. I mean, it really set them apart. And, you know, and obviously it's the Big Ten. I mean, like I said earlier, it's been my dream to play in the Big Ten, and I'm really excited to be here.
So you'd say that the networking with the coaches definitely helped pull you to Purdue?
Yeah, that's for sure.
So what exactly is the transfer process like?
Man, it was kind of crazy. I swear I went to the eligibility office at Western Kentucky to enter my name in the transfer portal. They sent me the confirmation email at 8:30, and I swear 30 seconds later I had coaches, you know, calling me, following me on Twitter and messaging on Twitter. So, I mean, it was really overwhelming. The first couple days, a bunch of coaches reached out. But man, it was way different than my high school recruiting process.
That's awesome. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, we'll be back with Joe in 1 second here.